Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be covering Bastion. Now Bastion made his first appearance in Uncanny X-Men issue number 333 in June of 1996. His main human alias is Sebastion Gilberti, and he stands 6'3", weighs 375 pounds, has red eyes and white hair. Now he's actually a very advanced artificially intelligent android. And this is due to him being a combination of Master Mold, which is a Sentinel robot, and Nimrod, which is a very advanced Sentinel prototype from the far future. And due to the nature of what he is, he exhibits immunity to telepathic probes and mutant abilities. He also can turn people into prime Sentinels and command other Sentinels as well. He also exhibits energy projection, superhuman strength, durability, and also flight. Now, when Bastion first arrived on the scene, he took on the guise of a mysterious man that had risen to power in a relatively short time in the U.S. government and began assembling the International Anti-Mutant Strike Force Operation Zero Tolerance, also known as OZT. When the X-Men learned about the existence of OZT some months before the operation became public, Gambit and Phoenix, acting on information, snuck into an OZT meeting being held at the Pentagon to learn more about the program and its leader, Bastion. They didn't come out with much information, but Bastion showed that he was much more than met the eye because Phoenix couldn't read his mind, and Bastion easily identified the two X-Men that were hidden among the representatives. When Professor X voluntarily turned himself in after the Onslaught event, Bastion confined him in an OZT facility along with the artificially created mutant manites, which it was revealed later allowed him to take control over the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning and gain possession of the Xavier Protocols, which was a list of files containing information on killing all of the X-Men. Bastion also killed a Daily Bugle reporter who was going to report on Graydon Creed's history, and later Bastion himself succeeded in capturing Jubilee and taking her to the OZT base in New Mexico. As the OZT attempted to reconfigure the Sentinel force assembled by Project Wide Awake, Bastion deemed most of them outdated. Instead, Bastion was able to help develop a new type of Sentinel, the Prime Sentinels. Graydon's death was the last ammunition that was needed to initiate Bastion's OZT, which attacked mutants everywhere. The operation quickly targeted and succeeded in capturing some members of the X-Men. After learning the nature of Prime Sentinels, the president was convinced by Senator Robert Kelly and Henry Patrick Gyrich to suspend Bastion's operations. Bastion was then captured by S.H.I.E.L.D. with help from Iceman. While in government custody, Bastion managed to escape and return to the former OZT facility. There he absorbed the energy from the Master Mold unit with which he had created the Prime Sentinels. This helped him regain his memories in the process. See, what had happened was, while Bastion was posing as a human construction worker, Nimrod unearthed the module from the Master Mold. And as soon as Nimrod made physical contact with the module, Master Mold's programming began to co-opt Nimrod's. Shortly after, during a conflict with the X-Men, the two of them, along with the X-Man Rogue, were blasted through with the Siege Perilous, which is a mystical crystal capable of judging anyone who passes through it and reincarnating them into a life that is commensurate with the qualities of their previous life. It was the Siege Perilous that was responsible for merging Nimrod and Master Mold into a single man of flesh with no memory of his past. Bastion was found and taken in by a woman named Rose Gilberti. Living with Rose, Bastion began to hear about America's mutant problem, which unbeknownst to him, reactivated his mutant termination directives. Bastion fell in with anti-mutant groups, like Creed's Friends of Humanity, soon afterwards. After regaining its identity as a Sentinel, Bastion would attempt to lead another crusade against mutants by turning Machine Man into a Sentinel Supreme, but Machine Man and Cable were able to defeat him. He was returned to government custody, only to be beheaded later by Wolverine, who was at that time brainwashed as Apocalypse's Horseman of Death. But Bastion's remains were eventually found by a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent named Mainspring, who headed a project called the Gatekeepers, whose goal was to study and destroy Phalanx technology. And although Bastion was rebuilt, they lost control of him soon afterwards. Now, him having a new body and new programming, he became known as Template and killed Mainspring. And it was also during these incidents that Bastion fought against the heroes Warlock and Wolfsbane. Now, due to Bastion's powers and abilities and his influence on the Marvel Universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give him a rating of 6, which is an expert rating. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to The New Sage.